Hello and welcome to SSL Adventurecast. I believe this is number 4. As always, I'm Aenir, Human, the player, GM, Division 2 title winning, Soul Mythic. With us, we have Jess,
Hello, everyone.
we have Liam,
Hello.
we have Titan, who's feeling quiet, we have Aaron,
Ahoy.
and we have Hifo.
I don't acknowledge the SSL.
Hey, we'll work on
Gosh.
we'll work on you yet. So
Don't acknowledge it.
earlier today,
Let's not exist then.
earlier today,
It exists. It's just illegitimate, for the record.
Earlier today, we had the finale of the Division 2 Season 8. Yeah, I lose track of my seasons sometimes. And unfortunately, Seoul went down 3-1 and lost to Montreal. It hurts. But finished on 30 points. I think it's, 9 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses or something like that. I forget what it's 14 match days? I forget. I have a screenshot somewhere.
Yeah, it's 14. It's 14. 14 match days in
9
the
wins,
season.
3 draws, 2 losses. Goal differential of plus 15. Awesome.
That's awesome, yeah. Pretty much averaging out, at least beating, if you average that out, it's about one beating a team by 1 goal a game,
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
which is pretty good.
So, we kind of touched upon this on the other episode, but looking forward for Season 9, last season prior to regression, we got, I think the player best place to discuss this is Jess and Soderbergh.
That's me.
I mean, you're a Season 1 player, are you not?
I am.
So, how does it feel to still be playing on those creaky old bones?
Excuse me, I'm at my prime.
Well, in about 14 more match days, your prime will be your prime minus 10%.
Oh, it's alright. I have too much TPE anyway.
Plus, you still have earnings. So, very true. So, so it's going to be 10%, and I believe it's 15, then 20, and then but once you get somewhere to then it's like the first couple seasons are doable, and then it jumps up, and I want to say like anything after 15 seasons, it's 40% every season. And
Yeah.
that's going to be a heck
I'm not
of a
gonna
lot.
go that long.
So yeah, it's regression's always an interesting discussion because if you don't get it right, the league can quickly die. This is not me making a prediction. I'm just stating it's been the case in leagues I've been in past. Runs good until that first regression hits, and then people will leave and just don't come back or whatever. So you got to nail that transition as the first wave starts to retire and more people come in and recreates come in.
True. And you gotta be willing to look at the scale, and because you never really know exactly how it's gonna go until you see it live. So
Yeah. There's also a part of the reason. I mean, when I started, I built well around, and with the exception of like flair, I think everything I have is at least at a 10. And I always figured that makes it better for my purposes, because I can lose 10%. I'm not that I'm regressing right now, but I can lose 10% and be, oh, I only took a little hit in a couple things, versus, and this is not me picking on him, but like Owen 44 who went all into pace and acceleration, where if he wants to lose his points, he's going to lose hefty points. Because,
yeah.
to my understanding, regression, you have to lose something, do you not? Like, if it's 10%, say you lose 100 TPE worth, you can't spread it around so that you lose nothing, right?
What do you mean?
Okay, like it
How
takes
would you lose nothing?
because like from 19 to 20, it's what 20 points to lose 1 point, or go from 19 to 20. It's like 19 or 24 points to go from 19 to 20, right? Because we have an update scale.
Mm-hmm.
If you had
Yeah.
a bunch of skills at 20, could you then say, "Oh, I'm taking 19 points off of this, 19 points off of this, 19 points off of this," and
Oh no,
not
yeah, you have to actually dock a skill. You can't
you can't
keep it and
you can't play on your update scale and say like, "Oh, I lost my 100 points, but I took it so strategically that I'm not actually losing any ability."
yeah, no, if you don't have the full amount that it would take to get to that stat, then you can't leave it there if you regress out of it.
Okay, I just figured I'd ask because I know
Yeah.
it's entirely possible that someone may try to pull that.
Oh no, they better not. If they do, they're very new to sim leagues.
So we also have new regression. We got 2 new affiliations, I believe. Let me double check. Announcement, new affiliate. Not the rulebook. Okay, yes, we affiliated with the SBA. I believe we also affiliated. I thought I saw something else saying about we affiliated with a different league too, but that may have just been in chat. They're trying to make it happen.
Affiliated with a few. We've also held off on some recruiting pushes with a couple because of our current lack of manager interest. Because like we could recruit for a whole bunch of people and have nowhere to put them, and also have nobody to manage teams to put them on. So we're trying to
Which
sort out that balance before
makes sense. Makes sense. I
yeah.
also want to say, hey, everybody, could we all congratulate the new manager of Montreal?
Manager, I'm a steward.
Which I have to say, it's a little strange that Jess becomes a steward of Montreal, and we handled them earlier this season, and we lose 3-1.
It is very strange considering I actually did absolutely nothing and just kind of showed up in the locker room and said, "Hey."
Yeah.
They gave you the key so you can lock
Uh,
up when everyone leaves.
but
Pretty much.
what formation did we run today? I couldn't tell what formation we were running. It looked a bit odd from what I saw.
Um, According to the tactics, we ran a 4. Basically, it's technically a 4-4-2, but I would call it a 4-2-2-2. It's
It looked
basically
odd because it had Kennedy sort of it had me and Kennedy playing on the same side.
yes, he was up top. It's the same thing we ran
Yeah.
against Montreal last time. It gave consistent results, so that's why I did it. Now I will freely admit, I did practice him, so don't get me wrong on that. But whereas other games I would get into the mid-teens and 20s, if not more, I got to 10 games and I was like, wipe my dust my hands off, good enough, throw it in, and went to bed. Just because, I mean, I want to win. We all want to win. I wasn't super worried. Obviously, I should have been more worried because they beat the crap out of us in a way that none of the
It was
10 sims occurred.
We had nothing to lose or gain, so we were just like, "No, we're good.
yeah.
It's gonna
There's
chill."
nothing. I was kind of chill about that. Like I don't think it made a huge difference having that losing that game by that much. To be honest, it just was like almost a pointless game to me
Yeah.
in my eyes.
Well, and this is not to take away from Montreal. The players played great. I give all the respect for them who for anyone like in the situation we were in last year. We wanted to finish strong last season, even though we were eliminated from promotion. I know they were very probably quite likely in the same situation where you want to finish strong, go out on a high note, do what you can.
Yeah.
So we could also talk about some of the rule changes that have come through. I abstained from the vote because I didn't like it, but not enough to say no.
What were the rule changes? I'm not aware of these.
Going forward, when you create a player, you get 20% or 20 positional XP in one position. That's the same. But as opposed to
Hmm.
having 50 points to distribute as you want, you now will have two secondary positions at 15 positional experience each. So you still have your 50 points total, but it's locked into three positions.
Oof, that's weird.
I didn't particularly care for it. I know some people were saying, what if you get more positional experience at the cost of having a lower TPE cap? And I didn't like that either. I like the option of just moving it. I would say move it to the store and just say like you can buy this once every X number of seasons. Buy a new position or positional XP or something. Because that's how I
Yeah,
went from wing back left, wing back right, defensive mid to adding striker.
striker.
Yeah, which has ended up pretty good. I've had a pretty good season, but at that, like I'm not going out of my way to say like, oh, Human get Human the stats. Like I said, I originally when I created him, I just find it funny that someone who's 6'9", 240 pounds would be a wing back and also a striker because it just physically seems to mesh.
I can't imagine a player in real life being a wing back and also playing striker. I don't think I could imagine that.
Yeah, it's like I said before, it's based on a random gen that happened to me in Football Manager one time.
Yeah.
Usually, if something like that's gonna happen, you think maybe like a center back who's there just to be like a heading threat.
Mm. So what are our expectations for season, is it season 9
It'll be season
next
9.
season?
Yes.
What are our expectations? Do we think we can stay up in Div 1?
Like I said in the other video, I think it really will depend if we can have uh, who's coming in, who we're losing, if we can get people who are losing coming back. It's still too early. I think I won't know until we get into the free agency portion. Because if I I love the players on Soul, but given the quality of the D1 of Division 1, if we add nobody, I think it'll be we'll
I
go
don't think
up and
we'd
come back
stay
down
up.
immediately. It
I don't
depends.
think we'd stay up with this squad. I don't think. I think it would be very close, but I don't think we'd be able to stay up.
I think it would be a
We're gonna
very,
need a
very
player or two.
yeah, it's gonna be very, very rough. I am going to do my best to add players, definitely. And throwing it out there because I was looking something up. Soderbergh had a player of the match this year, and a goal, and 5 assists, tying a career high.
Player is like a 1700 TP paperweight, I swear.
Which is, it's funny you mentioned being a paperweight because I know you're. I think you're the smallest player on the team physically.
It might be.
In practice sims, I could not get you to perform offensively. Like as far as
Yeah,
like
that's
setting up.
it's I'm convinced it's because I started as defense and then it was just like, no, that's all you want to do, no matter what else you're pretending you're gonna do when you re-roll. No, you are always.
Like it's funny because even when I put you in a more attacking role, you were more likely. And I mean, I don't mean like, oh, I put you in an attacking role and this. Nah. I mean like, I tried you in attacking mid and tricartistas and like attacking things, and you still wouldn't do much. But then you'd have a game or two in practice sims where you go like, I had 3 goals, 2 of them were headers.
Sure.
What of it? And then did nothing else during the actual like regular games. Excuse
That
me.
tracks.
You would. How are you so good on headers when you're so small? That makes no sense. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's why I always. That's why I was like, I always figured the fairest way to do it from a game design perspective is that you have Human, 6'9". He say I get to 20 jumping reach. because if the jumping reach stat is capped no matter what, then Soderbergh, who's what 5'5", 5'6",
I
something
can't
like
even
that.
remember what I made her.
But if that was the case, then she could jump. If we both had 20 jumping reach, we could theoretically both jump the same way.
I'm just
Yeah.
springier.
And I was like, that seems weird to me. I think you're more likely to have it on a scale where it's like, oh, 20 jumping reach at 5'5", you'll still be good, but you're going to lose to someone at 20 jumping reach who's 6'9". It just
Yeah.
makes
No,
sense to me. Go ahead.
I'm actually tall. I'm 70 tall.
Oh, God dang it, that's I was not told there'd be math.
Well, 5 feet is
It's
60.
this guy. How much is 70?
She's
I wouldn't
tall.
be able to tell.
5.8, 5.83 repeating. So
Yeah, so I mean, well, 60 inches is 5 feet. So it's 10 more than that.
okay, 5'10" then.
Yeah.
But you were,
She's taller than me.
but that being said, you were still the smallest player on the team.
Yeah.
I believe.
Because most of us are like 6 foot ish.
Yeah.
The
It was.
funniest thing in the world to me is watching Tokyo games because Inham's player is like a freaking giant.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Hannah's player who is like the tiniest little thing.
Yes,
It
no, I
looks
gotta
like
say it was
she
funny.
comes up to like his waist.
Hannah Solari was in. I forget who she was on before, but she was in Div 2, and I got a kick out of it because she was a center back as well. And it'd be
Nice.
like, how is she winning these
So
these jumping
little.
balls? And then final note, and then we'll get back to what everyone's here for. The the concept of being locked into just 3 positions, I think it kills, in my opinion, it kills funky builds, honestly. Like, if you're a defensive player, you're going to want to get, as an example, I'm a center back. Well, I'll take left back, right back. And then just, those are my 3. Whereas if you had it spread however you want, oh, I'll put 10 in set left back, 10 in right back, and then now I still have 10 to put somewhere else. Now, some people may just put it in the defensive mid, but you could do what I did, put it in a striker or something, just to
Strike or something, yeah.
shake things up. Attacking central attacking mid, just to
Be interesting.
exactly be interesting. It's like now this season I think I played striker almost entirely all season, but there was always also the possibility that this game I will play it defensive mid or wing back and just be like, well, no, you thought you were dealing with so-and-so at striker. No, now it's Aloisi and Paul or something. And just
I would.
tweak things.
I remember when we started out on the practice sims, you were starting out having yourself on the bench, and I'm like, what is he doing? I don't think that ever happened.
I think I did for the preseason. Because I don't want... goes back to the point I made that I don't want players to think I'm putting myself in just so I can get stats. I want
Yeah.
everyone to have an opportunity. And I was like, if people had made an issue of it, I would fine. I will sit you, man, and put someone else in. Everyone ended up being really cool about it and everything. So that ended up not being a worry, but I was willing to do that just so no one thought that, hey, what are you doing? That sort of thing.
Got you.
Okay, so Aaron, since you were being so nice and quiet, can you give us a recap for last session, please?
We were at our campsite and we met a new dwarf who showed up on the beach later than we did. We heard someone crying for help, so we went to investigate and found a T-Rex, of all things.
You watched up on Dinosaur Island.
We found a T-Rex trying to get a bat from a small hole. The bat flew off, and the T-Rex was like, wait, he was working with the pirates. I was trying to catch him. And we made friends with the T-Rex and walked to a village where there's a bunch of awakened animals, and that's where we are. We have a house now.
A good recap.
Thank you.
Very good recap.
You guys forgot the most important thing.
George?
Yes.
Oh gosh, George.
Yeah, George. Oh, do you need me to remind you about George?
Sure you will, whether we need it or not.
Oh, George is, well, he's really cool. Honestly, like he's a really cool person. If you guys knew George, you'd think he's pretty cool too. I think.
Sure.
Is anyone here, George?
Also, for those eagle-eyed amongst you, we have taken care of one of Liam's copies. The other one is still there.
There were like 4.
Yes. And for a period of time, there were like 8 of Hippo's guy.
Well, that was on purpose, though.
Yeah.
They don't need to know
That
that.
was deliberate cloning.
They don't need
I
to
think
know
that's
that.
illegal, by the way. Unethical.
Yeah, but I've been talking with the Kaminoans lately.
Of course you have.
So, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. Y'all are here. You're in the in this enclave of awakened animals. You've been introduced. You've been shown to your new lodging, and you can now do whatever you would like to do.
Well, Tucker is in front of a door. He's going to say hi to his neighbors, since this is apparently his home now. So he knocks on the door.
This door here. You hear a faint hissing sound, and the door opens, and there is a very large snake peering up at you. Hello.
Tucker is not intimidated. He simply sees the snake, smiles, and gives it a light bow. Hello. I am your new neighbor. I wanted to say hi.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Armando.
Hello, Armando. My name is Tucker.
Pleasure. What brings you to my house?
Well, as I said, I'm meeting the neighbors, and I'd like to get to know them.
Oh, yes, please. Would you like to come in?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
As you can see, my dwellings are quite humble. I have this bed. It's more of a sack. And a table.
Oh, believe me, where I come from, I'm used to humble living. It does not bother me, and you should not feel in any way embarrassed in my presence for it.
I wasn't until you said that.
My apologies.
This is good.
So, what do people do in this village day by day? I am curious about that.
Mostly they leave me alone.
You're not very popular.
The other way around. I like to sleep.
I understand. I also like to sleep. Do you get more active at night?
The personal question.
That's not what I meant. I meant that I get more active at night as well. I truly do not like the daylight.
I like to sleep and eat.
I can barely hear you.
He's just telling you that he likes to sleep and eat.
Okay. Well, I can empathize with that. And Tucker's going to reach into his bag and see if he has any rations available, like the meat ones.
Yeah, you got plenty of
Yeah.
What's quickly becoming monkey jerky.
So Tucker takes some out and offers it to I am not good with names. What's the name again?
Armando.
Thank you,
Armando.
Armando. And offers some to Armando. Well, I have plenty with me. Here.
He takes it with his little snake mouth and promptly crawls into a hole in his wall and disappears.
Well, I suppose that's sign enough. I will leave you alone for now, Armando. But it was nice meeting you.
You hear a quiet hiss from inside the wall.
Ah, my kin. And with that, Tucker is going to leave the house.
Nice. All right, who else is doing what here?
I'm going to go up to this store.
I'm taking a cat nap.
Nice.
Oh no,
Liam, what are you
you're
doing?
going up that one. I am going to go over to this store and
Okay.
knock on this door. Over here.
Oh, over here. Okay.
Knock on this. Yeah. I'm gonna knock on this door.
This one?
What? Yes.
It's the
I
only
knock
empty
on the
house.
door.
All right. So there's actually no answer. But
No answer.
Major Mitchell
barged on the
is
door.
oh god. Major Mitchell is perched on one of these branches nearby because he just showed you over to your house. He says, "This is my house."
Why does he
I'd
sound
say
like a
sorry,
parrot now?
sir. I was just investigating this house. What a lovely house you have, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome to come into my house if you'd like.
I would
What's
like
up,
to. I
Lion
would
has
love
a house
to
like
see
half
your
the
house,
cockatoos.
Mr. Mitchell.
What was that, Liam? Sorry.
I would love to see your house, Major Mitchell.
Yeah, he shows you into the house and it's a nice little home. It's pretty clear that it was not a house built for a bird. There's a lot of like furniture in here that he obviously doesn't use. There's a little a what looks like a dog bed in the corner, but there is no dog in it.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's dog.
Incompatible. Bird's got a dog that he owns. I will not judge this bird.
Clearly, the dog is clearly, the dog is his bitch.
Oh dear.
That's good wordplay. Admit it.
No. I have food here if you'd like.
I
Mostly
would love
crackers.
to eat. I would love to have some crackers. Balian crackers.
Major Mitchell perches on the table, the edge of the table over here, and welcomes you to join him. Come down here, Major Mitchell. Where are you? Here he is. He's gonna sit on this table like this, and invite you to join him at this chair at the table. And he'll provide you with some very dry crackers. They're kind of stale because, like, jungle climate.
They are brothers. I tell Mr. Mitchell. I thank Mr. Mitchell for his kindness and in welcoming me to this home. Yeah, very nice of you, sir, to
Nice of you
welcome
to join
us
me.
in such a way.
We don't get newcomers to the Enclave very often.
It seems so. What do you know about this island, or have you just came across it like we have?
No, the our master was here and created us.
Ah,
This was his home.
Very good, very lovely home then. have you taken over this home in his presence? And it's a very lovely home for someone to take over. Um, so this home is very old, is it?
Perhaps. Let me see. I think it tells me how long it's been. I want to say it says 70 years. I'm going to say that and then go double check that I'm giving you the right information.
You misread
Yes,
it.
70 years.
Oh.
70 years ago, our master was stranded on this island, much as you are.
I was gonna make the joke. You misread it. It's actually 7.0 years.
um, this master guy must have been a very good person. Did he escape this island successfully?
No, he died.
So cruel. Such a cruel way to go. Hopefully be we can be a little bit different to him and get off this island
You will be the first if you
as our
do.
ambitions. I very well hope so.
We're all rooting for you.
That's,
But
thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Yeah. I exit the house and thank Mr. Mitchell for his kindness, showing me around his home.
he nods and seems very pleased.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell.
Of course, of course. All right, so at this point, I'm going to introduce y'all to a concept that is unique to this game that I think is really cool. And that is your status with the animals.
That's
Sweet.
exciting.
Sounds to me it's time to grind some reputation.
Hell yeah!
Let's
So,
go.
there is a there are some things that will give you a bonus to your status. Let me just, I'm gonna write this down here. So, do any of you have Fey ancestry?
No.
Like, are you elves, half elves, any of that? Or do you have the speak with small animals trait?
No.
I do not. However, I will also point
I
out that
couldn't.
we've for like 4 weeks in a row now failed to actually go over what the other half of my ancestry is. So I'm not
True.
going to use it here, but it could be.
It could be. It could be. Okay, this is if you are a bard or a druid. Do any of you travel with an animal companion or familiar?
Do I count?
I think you would count on this. You are like animal. So
There you go.
we're gonna you're gonna get a +1 to your starting status.
Okay.
I am my own animal companion.
You are your own.
You're your own best friend.
And all right, I think that's all of you. Okay. So let me just see here. God. So Liam, you would actually lose a point for entering another animal's house without permission, but you made
Oof.
nice with him, so I'm gonna say that cancels out. You sat with him for a meal, which has definitely countered the why are you breaking into my house?
Thank you.
And Tucker, I knocked. I was invited in. Gave them food.
Yes.
Fucked off when they asked
so
me
I'm
to.
looking at the you did do that. All right, so you're gonna get a +1 also. Everybody else is just kind of at default. There are things that you can do to gain or lose status with the animals. I will not tell you what they are because that would ruin the surprise.
Fair enough.
All right. So, all of that being said, let's get back to our stuff.
I am going to. It's been a long day. It's been a long night. I've been wearing my armor the whole time. I'm going to ooze out of my armor. Because it's still on its, just like in my dream sequence, it's still on its stand, so it can kind of hold itself together.
Nice. You, where are you doing this?
Inside the house.
In the house,
provided
okay.
For us.
Gotcha. Cool. Yep, you can do that.
Okay, so I'm going to do that and then head outside. I don't need to open the door. I can fit through a space as small as an inch wide when I'm not wearing armor.
Squishing on through.
However, my token cannot.
Delete and re-engage.
You can go through the window on the bottom center of the room. At least that's how I got in. Try dragging your token through that.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So, why is there a angry-looking alligator in my front yard's pond?
It's just hanging out there.
Honestly, it looks more like a possum to me.
No, that's a gator.
That's definitely a gator.
As a gator.
Let me just see. What does it say about the gator? Does it say anything?
He's just there.
I mean, it has a name, so I feel like it has to be mentioned somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out where.
It'd be hilarious if it was just not a non-awakened gator and it just shows up.
It's a random gator hanging out, hoping to eat someone.
And
Like in, Florida, just any sufficiently large body of water will have a gator.
To be fair, in Florida, it's equally as likely that the gator will become the food. That's not me throwing shade. I have a friend from Florida. They actually say that.
I was gonna say, who says it has to be sufficiently large? I can understand, like, you leave a cup of water out there, you come back, there's a gator in it.
Gator.
Life finds a way.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. He just lives in this canal. That is what happens here.
That's it? No story, no name. He's just a
No,
gator.
he has a name. It just says that he lives in the canal and he gets pissed when the fish are talking too loud at night. That is all the backstory that I get on this crocodile.
That is amazing. I love him already.
I will say hello to him. Hi. Gonna make Jess come up with a gator accent. It's gonna be Cajun.
I'm afraid that based on a quote here, I have an accent that I'm being expected to do that I'm going to be terrible at.
If it's a Cajun accent, that'll be amazing.
No. The quote for this crocodile is, "Stop your bloody yammering." So,
do you want to hand off the accent to
Liam, you want to do this one?
What do you?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
The crocodile just growls at you.
Cracky, mate. There you go.
He's the human hunter. I'm sorry, I was wiping some tears
Literal
out of my-
crocodile
The
Dundee.
crocodile says, "What are you?"
You broke up. What did he say?
He says, "What are you?"
I am Collard. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I am Zoot. You didn't answer my question.
What am I? Well, that's a really tough question. I mean, because aren't we all looking for what we are in this world? I mean, And I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but as Collard is a noble, and you are talking about a philosophical question, he is gonna go just ham on this and like, what's the meaning of what we are, and what is a duty of a nobleman to protect the people, or is it
Someone's
to gain
taking a rep hit.
power?
God.
Well, he asked. I'm being polite. Do I need to make a?
You're being pedantic, friend.
Yeah, make me a just a general charisma check to see how interested he is in any of this.
That is perfect.
So you get about
Uh,
like 3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes into your soliloquy here,
Mm-hmm.
and you
that's a good
hear
word.
the crocodile has fallen asleep.
So I was
Well,
going for a growl.
I'm going to leave him some of my monkey bits right by him, and then I will continue on my way.
I want to make a joke, but it's too low hanging fruit.
Just like the monkey
The
bits.
monkey bit.
Yes.
Hey, on the bright side, he doesn't have to worry about the fish talking too loud. He's sleeping already.
It's true.
I have solved his problem.
You can come and help him get to sleep every night.
At least until he gets pissed. Why do you keep coming around? Okay, so let's see. That leaves our HF friend. He hasn't gone
Yeah.
yet because Shimmer's asleep.
What are you up
Dozing.
to?
I don't know if he's back. He said he'd BRB in the Discord.
Oh, okay.
He's sleeping too.
Everyone's asleep in the middle of the day.
Hey, washing up on an island is tired work.
It's true.
It's very true.
And I'm at least a good chunk cat. I need my naps.
Yeah, if she
Well-
doesn't sleep 20 hours a day, she's grumpy for the rest of those 4 hours.
You know, as a proud owner of several cats, I can absolutely attest to this. Anyway, seeing as no one else is specifically going, I'm gonna have Tucker go again, and Tucker is going to knock on the door next to
Armando's house.
Armando. I knew it was an A name. I am terrible with names. I would forget my own if I hadn't had it drilled into me as a kid. So yeah, I knock on the next door.
The door opens and there is a lively, healthy-looking young lion peering out at you.
Tucker bows his head. Respect. Reading. Says, "Hello, my name is Tucker. I'm your new neighbor. It's a pleasure to meet you."
Tucker, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Right on. I'm Leonard.
Of course he is.
Always chill to have newcomers. You okay there?
I am trying not to be too distracting with my laughter. I am failing. Okay. What was it that Leonard said again?
Said we don't get newcomers too often.
Certainly not ones that look like me, I would assume. Do you mind if I come in?
Sure.
Tucker
Just
walks in.
having my afternoon cat nap, you know.
Hey.
He thinks that he's the first person to have ever made that joke, and he thinks it's
Oh my
hilarious.
God.
Well, there is a cat next door. She might be interested in meeting you.
Yeah. Sure. Always up for new pals.
She's asleep right now, but then again, so were you. Would you like to?
Yeah. Naps are real important, man.
That they
What do you
are.
what do you what do you like to eat, man? I got some snacks in here. I got some jerky. I got some fresh fish. Not any of the ones from out there. Don't worry. I wouldn't touch the quippers. They're people in the town just like me. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I would appreciate some jerky. I've grown quite accustomed to preserved meats myself.
He rummages around in the one of his little cupboards and
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to let you know that noise was HFFO.
yeah, I saw he was
He's
texting.
calling it a night. He is not feeling well, but we will
Sad.
be continuing. Hopefully, he will feel
Yeah.
better for our next
Aw.
session.
We probably don't have that much longer anyway.
Yeah, probably just gonna finish up here.
About 15
But,
to 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Anyway, as Leonard
Oh.
is rummaging around in his cubby for the stuff, Tucker is also rummaging around in his bag for some more of that monkey jerky. And Tucker says, "How about a trade? Some of your food for some of my food."
Right on. What do you got here?
Admittedly, not a large selection, but I have plenty of monkey jerky.
I got dried fish jerky and I got not dried fish jerky.
I'll take some of the not dried fish jerky.
He gives you some soggy fish jerky.
I'm not sure how this qualifies as jerky.
It's slightly drier than fresh fish.
I'm just imagining Tucker just holding it up and deadpanning it like, I'm not sure this counts as jerky. Just staring into it.
It's jerky in progress, my dude.
Jerky in
I
progress.
respect that. Well, then how about some of the finished jerky then? I wouldn't want to interrupt
I
your work.
only got Swedish jerky.
Swedish?
Oh, that took me a second.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's rubbing off on me.
Oh, goodness.
Tucker offers the unfinished jerky back, accepts the jerky that Leonard offers, sits on the bed, and starts to munch on it next to Leonard. He's planning
So,
on
like,
just broing out with this guy.
What's your deal, man?
I am not a normal person. Granted, I don't think anyone in this village would be normal to you. But I've not had many close relationships with people. It's good to be somewhere where I can finally be accepted for who I am.
You know, when I was back in the Pride, we had some guys like that. We had some guys who you just wouldn't, if you were a little bit different, they'd just bully you, and it's nice to be away from all that.
Agreed. Cards on the table. Do you know what a vampire is?
I know a couple of vampire bats.
Well, this is sort of like that, only much, much, much stronger. I am not a vampire myself, but I am the son of one.
Can you fly?
Sadly, no, but I can climb with the best of them. And like that, Tucker turns around and literally walks up Leonard's wall and stands on the ceiling. Because it says after third level you can do that. And I'm 15.
You're like a spider, man.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man. No.
I have made that connection before, yes. Tucker says while smiling down at Leonard, which hilariously looks like a frown from this angle. Which fits Tucker's
Leonard
personality.
turns his head to try and see it at the appropriate angle.
He's a bro. I like him. I have other neat tricks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What you got?
Leonard opens the door, grabs some water from the nearby stream, and goes back inside to perform a small ritual. This is gonna take a while. Technically, it's an hour-long thing, but I can create holy water.
Oh. What's
can
that
create-
mean?
He can create
Well,
holy water.
It means
Exactly
that when
what
you
you think
drink it,
it
it can heal
means.
you, and it can banish evil.
Oh.
Good
Maybe you
protection.
could use it to banish the Zorn
What's the Zorn?
enemies. Major Mitchell will know more about that.
Thank you very much. I think I will talk to Major Mitchell about that later.
Yeah. You know, where you're living, there was a family of dogs that lived over there.
What happened to them?
Don't really know, man. Major Mitchell might be able to tell you that too.
It's like I have many questions for Major Mitchell.
He's a pretty smart bird.
Seems like. Would you like to come over to that house? We have a few of my associates there right now. They're asleep, but I figure right now it's a good time to sleep anyway. You were sleeping before I came in, and honestly, I'd rather go back to sleep while the sun's up.
Are you inviting him over right now, or are you saying he should come over later?
I'm inviting him over right now.
Okay. Sure, man.
Well then, allow me to lead the way. And Tucker makes his way out.
He will follow.
Please be silent around the sleeping gator.
Oh, I'm being quiet. I'm technically part vampire. I'm very quiet when I move, and I can't go over running water.
I think the water's pretty still here. This is a canal, and these are like these little side portions of it.
Yeah.
Just for general interest's sake.
Anyway, Tucker's now in here, over in the next bunk, and technically Leonard should be over here somewhere.
Leonard is coming with you. It's a tight squeeze for him to get in the house, but he pokes his head in. Says, "Am I interrupting? Seems like it's nap time in here."
That was the idea. I did invite you over to sleep.
Ah, nice. He will go over and he will curl up with the dwarf.
Not next to Shimmer. Fair enough.
Nope.
That will be an interesting surprise when HDF gets back.
That's the
You
idea.
are being cuddled by a big fucking lion.
Yeah, a lion is snuggling you.
No.
George,
The lion
is
is not
that
snuggling.
you?
The lion is
No.
cuddling. There's a difference because snuggling is affectionate, cuddling is possessive.
Oh, yeah. Goodness.
Actually, no, wait, no, it's reversed. Yeah. Snuggling is possessive, cuddling is adorable. But yeah, that's Tucker's turn, and I think he's also built up a relationship with Leonard. Not hard to do, apparently.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Leonard's a pretty chill dude.
Make it
Yeah,
Let me guess, his
um,
last name is Skinner?
It is now.
Leonard Skinner!
Uh,
Way to make it, oh, it's easy. Yeah, unless you roll a 1. Jerk.
Well, fortunately, I happen to have a decent charisma score, and I haven't been asked to roll, but I would do well.
Actually, come to think of it, isn't that my second natural one amongst these weeks?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm the.
But yeah, legit. I have a very high charisma score, even though I'm a grouse, and I have a +4 to animal handling. I am actually purpose built for this friggin' village.
Oh my god. All right. Shimmer, are you awake yet? Do you awaken when there's a lion coming in?
Yeah. I heard a motion, like people coming in, and I woke up. And I kind of peek around the edge of the wall here, and I'm like, what?
And Tucker just waves tiredly as he walks past you to go to his bunk.
The lion lifts his head out and says, "Sup, I'm Leonard."
Hi, I'm Shimmer.
Tucker turns to Shimmer and says, "He's one of our next door neighbors. The one past the initial house."
Huh.
Your buddy here said I could just come over and chill with y'all this afternoon.
Nap time.
Sure. Guess so.
It's nap time. We should all be together if we're going to sleep.
That's how the pride works. Back when I was in the pride, we'd all just one big pile of lying. Just lying around, you might say.
I love this guy. He's like Chris without the cringe.
Hey.
I stand by what I said.
Well, sure. Enjoy the welcome, I suppose.
I got fish jerky in my house. You can have some later, but I'm taking a nap right now.
Sounds good. I will look forward to the fish jerky.
Tucker is already snoring.
The lion conks out pretty quickly also.
Aggressively cuddling the dwarf.
The dwarf.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm just imagining the HDDF like laying his head on Leonard's giant fucking paw. Like a pillow.
Very cuddly.
It just
pillow.
gets comfier while he's sleeping, and he's like, it's nice and warm now. It wasn't before, but now it is. And then he wakes up and finds out why.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, this is getting good.
Oh my goodness. All right, Shimmer, is there anything you'd like to do now that you're up?
Let's see. Like, is the lion like blocking the door, or?
Nah, he's just kind of he came in and is over in this corner with the dwarf.
Okay,
Basically like, sup, dude.
I'll walk out for now. Actually, I'm gonna go around back and like climb up the ladder to the roof and just kind of look out and see if I see anything particularly interesting. Now that I have like a bit of a higher vantage point.
Yeah, so you see the full layout of this village. You see these buildings. You obviously don't see inside them. You see their roofs. You see the canal in the middle. You see that there's a swarm of little fish that are kind of just swimming around this statue in the middle here. Yeah, you see there's all of these houses here. It's pretty well surrounded by the jungle.
To the jungle.
But like at this time of day, clearly like not a whole lot of animals out and about. They're pretty much everyone's holed up at home right now.
There's some movement. You do see like the wolves from before are still, moving stuff around over in these little buildings over here.
Right.
Rolling some barrels here and there. Major Mitchell has gone back to teaching whatever his little class was that he was teaching. Over in like, I feel like this area over here.
Principles of flight.
Something like that.
Like wander over and listen in on the class. Like not like get all up in, but kind of be nearby, kind of see.
You're putting Jess on the spotlight there.
Yeah, no, Major Mitchell is discussing foraging techniques.
Huh.
And discussing that as he finishes up talking about the foraging, you realize that he's talking about that in the context of some animals going out on a mission of sorts.
Interesting.
So if you see it in the trees, you bring it back. I think you should take some of the birds. Take some birds. They won't be able to carry it. But you should take some birds. they'll be able to see.
So it kind of sounds like he's working on like a plan for like setting up the foraging party.
Yes.
Mhm. I'll wander over and be like, if you want help, I can join in. I can help forage.
Major Mitchell looks up. Says, friends, this is our newcomer. Shimmer.
Hello.
Hello. We are discussing one of our friends, Diana, here. And you see that it's all these little birds that are in this building are actually like out here.
Oh, okay.
Freaking out, yeah.
Yeah.
Like these are the ones who are out here.
Ah.
Diana, that's this one he gestures to,
Sure.
saw a spyglass in the forest.
Huh.
And Terry would love to take that and make me a telescope. I would love a telescope. So we are forming a party to go and find the spyglass.
Interesting. I could help if you need it, I suppose.
That would be very appreciated. Do you think your friends would join?
Possible. I could ask them. I mean, I don't know if they'd want to do it right now. Half of them are sleeping.
Oh, no. Not necessary right now.
Mm-hmm. When's this expedition going to happen?
Quickly in the morning. Today we have things to do around the Enclave.
Sounds fair. I'll talk to them. Find out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
If you finish that, I have other things. If you are looking for things to do.
I don't doubt it. I'm sure there's a lot to do around this place.
Indeed. Indeed.
All right. I'll check with the others, see who else would want to join up.
Thank you.
Of course. Have a good day, I suppose.
He ducks his head and goes back to telling all of these birds about, the difference between a snake and a stick.
Okay. I'll head
Which is
back
hilarious considering there's a
There's
snake in the
literally
building
a
over.
snake. Yeah, literally a snake not far.
Yeah, you hear him referencing that. Armando, not Armando. Armando, not
Not
Armando.
I'll wander back to the house and not enter that way because it's not working. Everyone's still sleeping, and I'll just kind of lounge right now. I'm not going to sleep again, but I'll just relax for now. And like as soon as someone wakes up, I'll let them know about the expedition to find the spyglass.
Okay.
All right. I think I will save the actual spyglass. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. We'll save that for next time.
Sure.
But
So, is that where we're going to call it tonight then?
I think
Think
that's
so.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Well, thank you everyone
Nice
for
game.
thank you everyone for sticking around for Adventurecast number 4. Hopefully when we come back, I will have fixed whatever curse has been placed upon me by Roll20.
This was a fun session.
Oh yeah.
Very, very fun.
No combat, but it was but RP, which is
Honestly,
great.
honestly, from what I understand, combat's going to be the exception in this game rather than the rule. It's mostly RP stuff, and honestly, I prefer that. I like it. Don't get me wrong.
There will be
I-
sections that will be heavier on the combat and sections
Fair
that are
enough.
heavier on the RP.
I mean, we are not exactly in a dungeon. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And Shimmer got us a quest, which will probably involve some combat.
Yeah.
So
But for the moment, we are in general just lounging around. Honestly, I like that. I will admit, I enjoy using holy beam weapons to blast things out of existence. Spirit gun, boom. But actually, quite literally. But I'm very happy to have Tucker just, finally drop the stick out of his ass for a minute. Let's be honest, that's where it was.
And met the most dude of lions. Such a dude.
So, if you guys enjoyed it, just stick around, and we will be recording again in 2 more weeks, 2 more episodes, and they will be released probably on the Mondays. I post them in the podcast section, and I tag Liam for it. So,
Hell yeah, brother.
Let's
so
go.
on behalf of Human, Titan, Aaron, Soderbergh, and Liam, thank you for listening, and hope to see you next time.
Talk.
Peace out.